Have you ever poured your entire heart into a relationship only to have it handed back to you in pieces? That's exactly what happened to Peter. He was head over heels for Vanessa, thought she was the one. He gave her everything, his time, his affection, his trust. But Vanessa, it turned out, had a different plan. Peter and Vanessa had been together for 2 years. To him, they were building a future. He'd introduced her to his family. They were talking about moving in together, the whole 9 yards. He was even saving up for a ring, picturing the perfect proposal. He believed they had something special, something unbreakable. But a relationship is a two-way street, and Peter was about to discover he was the only one driving in his lane. The signs started small. Vanessa became distant. Her phone was suddenly a fortress he couldn't get near. Late nights at work became a regular excuse. Peter, blinded by love, brushed it off. He trusted her. He wanted to believe the best, so he ignored the nagging feeling in his gut. His friends saw it. They tried to warn him, but he wouldn't listen. How could he? Admitting they were right meant admitting his perfect world was a lie. The truth, when it finally came out, was more brutal than he could have ever imagined. It wasn't through a tearful confession or a dramatic confrontation. No. Peter found out on social media. A tagged photo from a friend of a friend. There was Vanessa on a work trip, wrapped in the arms of another man, looking happier than Peter had seen her in months. The caption was a simple heart emoji. That tiny heart shattered Peter's world into a million pieces. He confronted her, and she didn't even have the decency to deny it. The excuses were lame, pathetic, just happened. We grew apart. I didn't want to hurt you. Every word was another twist of the knife. The worst part. She wasn't sorry for cheating. She was sorry she got caught. The 2 years they spent together, the future he'd planned, all of it was erased in a single, heartless conversation. She packed her bags and left, leaving Peter alone in their apartment, surrounded by memories that now felt like ghosts. For weeks, Peter was a wreck. He was heartbroken, humiliated, and lost. The pain was a physical weight, pressing down on him every second of the day. But then, something shifted. Amidst the grief and the anger, a different feeling started to grow. Determination. He realized that moping around was exactly what she'd expect. It was giving her power over him, even after she was gone. He decided then and there that he wouldn't let her be the final chapter of his story. The best revenge, he knew, wasn't getting angry. It was getting better. So, Peter started his journey of revenge, but not the kind you see in movies. His revenge was success. He poured all that pain and energy into himself. He hit the gym, not just to get in shape, but to punch out his frustrations on a heavy bag. He started eating healthier, taking care of his body. He dove headfirst into his career, working late not because he had to, but because he wanted to. He started taking on bigger projects, impressing his bosses, and earning a promotion he'd been putting off. He also reconnected with his friends, the ones who had tried to warn him. He apologized for shutting them out, and they welcomed him back with open arms. They went on trips, tried new hobbies, and reminded him what it felt like to laugh again. He was building a new life, a better life, one brick at a time. A life that didn't revolve around Vanessa. About a year later, Peter was at a friend's wedding, looking sharp in a new suit, feeling confident and genuinely happy. And who should he see across the room? Vanessa. She was there with the same guy from the photo. They looked average. The initial shock quickly faded, replaced by a strange sense of calm. He didn't feel anger or sadness, just nothing. Later that evening, she approached him. She told him he looked good, that she'd heard about his promotion, that she was happy for him. The words were hollow. He could see the regret in her eyes. She saw the man she threw away, not the broken boy she left behind. Peter just smiled politely, said, "Thank you. I'm doing really well," and then excused himself to go dance with his friends. In that moment, he knew he had one. His revenge was complete. Not because he hurt her, but because he healed himself. He didn't need her apology or her regret. His happiness was his own, and that was the sweetest victory of all. Peter's story is a powerful reminder that the best revenge is living a life so amazing that the person who hurt you becomes an insignificant footnote. It's about taking the pain they gave you and using it as fuel to become the best version of yourself. What do you think? Is Peter's revenge the best way to handle things? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.